This video will give you 7 proven compliment getters for 2024 with one bonus that gets you instant rejection. Hey, it's Austin from Seduction Aroma, and first off, let's get one thing straight. These don't guarantee you compliments, but they do guarantee you more positive attention. The first fragrance in no particular order is Jean Paul Gaultier La Mele Parfum. If you want one of the most versatile compliment getters, this is the best choice for you. This usually does super well performance-wise, and when you do spray this on, it is like being wrapped in this blanket of warmth just all over, and then just wave of spices coming over you. And as the scent continues, it gets a little sweeter, and a little more sweeter. And in the end, you're gonna get left with this powdery warmth with this very creamy, very sexy vanilla. The amount of compliments that this vanilla gets is absolutely disrespectful. In the spring, this is gonna shine. That's its wheelhouse. 8+ hours on the skin and past an arm's length of projection. The second fragrance on this list has the same seductive power as the first, but for a fifth of the price. And this fragrance is Guess Seductive Homme. Now, when I think of compliment getters, I split them in 2 categories. So 1, you either have an attention grabber, or 2, you either have a seducer. And yeah, the name gives it away, but this is definitely a seducer. It just has this very light sweetness that is just sneaking its way in the back right off the bat. Of course, there is that orange that grabs your attention. It's authentic, nothing synthetic about this fragrance. And then you get a very heavy powderiness. And then after about an hour, that sweetness has really come through with that powderiness sprinkled on top. And now you have the smell of an edible taffy, hence why this is such a great seducer. Who doesn't want to smell like something that you could eat? Now, for $22, this still makes the top shelf spot in my collection despite my thousands of dollars of fragrances. Now, the performance is not that great, but for $22, you really can't expect anything more. The third compliment getter is my second most complimented fragrance. Its most unique quality is its ability to be an attention grabber and a seducer at the same time. You don't usually find that in many other fragrances. And this fragrance is Tom Ford Noir Extreme. With just 3 sprays, you are gonna fill a room. And the easiest way to describe this fragrance is like being wrapped in a blanket and then using a wooden spoon to eat nutty vanilla ice cream with cinnamon spice sprinkled on top. My Excel sheet does tell me that I have gotten 4 compliments from this before, and I mostly think it's because this fragrance makes me feel a lot more confident, aka the key to getting more compliments. Now, Noir Extreme doesn't just stop there. This lasts 8+ hours on the skin, but its only downfall is that you will need a summer snack if you own this fragrance. Speaking of a summer snack, Bleu de Chanel EDP is great for pretty much everything and anything. It's not filled with confidence. This is filled with certainty. You walk by a woman and it says, I know who I am. Who are you? There is authentic grapefruit, there is spicy mint, there is woods, and there are tinges of smoke. All together, this is wrapped in just masculinity and curiosity invoking smells. This always lasts 6 to 8 hours on my skin. Before you write this off and say, oh, Austin, I can't wear it. It's too popular for me. 1, it doesn't matter. 2, it's about the confidence that it gives you. And 3, I am on a college campus every single day, and I have only ever smelled this once on another guy. If you want to stand out, just don't wear Versace Heroes. YSL La Nuit de l'Homme EDT is the 5th compliment getter, and this smells like walking through an evergreen forest mixed with cardamom spice. It's so simple, but it gets so much attention. Now, I bought this fragrance like super light in my fragrance game. I actually bought Dolce & Gabbana The One EDP before this as my date night scent, and I do not recommend this. If you've been following me for a while, you do know that I recommend YSL Nuit de l'Homme EDT as the first date night fragrance that you should buy, and I stand by that. I will stand on that hill. Now, the only downfall with this fragrance, the performance is absolutely horrible. It's super intimate, but at least you won't overwhelm your date. Now, if you want to try these fragrances, but you don't feel comfortable blind buying a full bottle for $100+ except Guess Seductive Homme, I sell decants of all these fragrances for less than $13. The link is in the description. Before I get into the most complimented fragrance, my third most complimented is no other than Dior Sauvage EDP. Yes, I hate that it's good at its job too. It's so unfortunate that this Warm & Broxton is so good at getting women's attention. I wonder why you're even watching this video. Either way, I have to include it. I have to give credit where credit is due. And oddly enough, this has gotten 2 compliments out of the 3 from older women. Thus, it's my cougar killer. Super easy fragrance to wear in all-day performance. Now, let's talk about the most complimented fragrance for men. I take this part very seriously because my second most complimented fragrance has only ever gotten me 3 compliments. This one has gotten me a staggering 6 compliments. I gotta be honest, I didn't used to like this fragrance, but its sheer ability to get so much attention has grown on me so fast. It starts with fresh citruses and then it moves into like the musk, the woods, the ambroxan, the cashmere. It literally has every fresh, masculine, and attractive note that you can possibly put in a fragrance. This is the holy grail of compliments. It is the king of attention, and it works like an absolute dog. This fragrance is Parfums de Marly Sedley. Before you leave, the one fragrance you shouldn't ever buy for compliments smells like a green and woody urinal cake that you will not be able to scrub off your skin fast enough. And this fragrance is Calvin Klein Eternity for Men EDP. Now, if you like this video, subscribe for more.